About 70 years ago, a young aviator was circling over Montana's Mission Mountains looking for a lake retreat where he could escape the admiring crowds that gathered wherever he went. He had been flying solo over the country searching for what he hoped would be his mountain hideaway in the West. He circled over a remote lake that was then known as Elbow Lake. He immediately decided this is the place, and it soon thereafter became his retreat. The lake he so loved was later named after him, Lindbergh Lake. So when the claim is made that this is one of the most beautiful lakes in the West and in Montana's Big Sky country, this was substantiated by Charles Lindbergh himself decades ago. Through the ensuing years, the lake's fame, as a jewel among all mountain lakes, has grown. Lindbergh Lake is located in Montana's majestic Swan Valley. It is directly south of Glacier Park, about 2 hours south of Kalispell, and less than 2 hours north of Missoula, which both have international airports. It is about 10 miles west of Highway 83, which is considered one of the most spectacular and scenic drives in America. The lake itself is very deep. It was carved out of the mountain valley by glaciers many thousands of years ago. It is a natural lake, not a reservoir. This is an important benefit in that the water elevation never varies more than a couple of feet during the year, and therefore docks never have to be raised or lowered. The water is as crystal clear as the Caribbean, with a mostly rock and sand bottom. It is virtually clear of weeds and mud, making this an ideal lake for swimming and water recreation. Many of the residents even draw their cooking and drinking water directly from the lake. Most recreational lakes are totally surrounded by roads and homes. Noise, dust, congested roadways, and crowding are common. But a major advantage of Lindbergh Lake is that nearly the entire shoreline is bordered by virgin forest. Back in the 1950s, approximately 2 miles of the shoreline was plotted for home sites. No more has been developed since. The balance of the shoreline is now U.S. service land. The lake remains virtually the same as when Lucky Lindy discovered it. Most of its 6-mile length is populated with a magnificent forest looking just as it has for centuries. In certain places, majestic evergreen, some over 600 years old, cling to the shore. As a result, the lake is usually peaceful. Boat traffic, even in the height of the summer, is relatively minimal. In the spring and fall, you will often feel as if you have the lake all to yourself. On Lindbergh Lake, you will have a lifestyle impossible to find on any other recreational property. On any given day, your family and friends can enjoy water skiing, canoeing, fishing, sailing, kayaking, boating, tubing, swimming, snorkeling, or even scuba diving in the crystal clear waters. Or you might just opt to soak up the sun on your dock and later watch a spectacular sunset over the water. Or boat over to an excellent sandy beach just across the lake that's perfect for a picnic. An evening boat cruise from your dock along the miles of secluded shoreline is a wonderful experience. Of course, this is an excellent time to enjoy a glass of wine. The upper end of the lake is nestled against the towering Mission Mountain Range. A trailhead into the Missions is easily accessible by your boat. Once there, you will find a variety of trails leading into designated wilderness areas that have outstanding hiking, camping, and even mountain climbing. Here you will enjoy some of Montana's finest fishing on isolated wilderness lakes and steam streams inaccessible by motor vehicle. Have you ever found the perfect fishing spot only to realize that a lot of other people have discovered it also? From Lindbergh Lake, there are so many hot spots to discover. You will often find these trails and streams all to yourself. The 100-foot wide lakefront is approximately a half acre. It is beautifully covered with several majestic 100-year-old pines. The lot has an ideal building pad. Of course, it's connected to the 62 acres, so you can drive down to your lakefront home virtually without leaving your property. Perfect building lots such as this are rarely available for sale and are in great demand and are almost never advertised. They are often sold in days or even hours after they're listed. Most, if not many of these lots are quietly passed from generation to generation. The 62-acre mountain property has an entrance gate off the homeowner's road as well as another area for road access directly to your lakefront. There are many spectacular building sites for a main lodge and guest houses. Some of the sites have views of both the Mission Mountain Range and the stunning Swan Range, a dozen miles to the east. This range harbors the famous Bob Marshall Wilderness Area, famous nationwide for its hunting and fishing. On the acreage, there are ponds that can be developed, plus plenty of room for barns and corrals, putting greens, tennis courts, a garage, workshop, studio, and much more. There is a beautiful log fencing along much of the homeowner's private road. There is ample room for you to ride your horses, mountain bike, hike, or just relax. Electric power, phone, and the homeowner's access road are already at the property. The 60-plus acres is mostly tree covered and relatively open in several places. Roughly 2/3 of the acreage is general sloping land, with the balance steeper and forested with an abundance of dense tree growth. A wide variety of wildlife will also share the property with you. It's a rare day when you won't scare up a deer as you enjoy a stroll in the forest. In the spring, you will see their adorable spotted fawns. This land is inhabited by a delightful mixture of birds, squirrels, and chipmunks. An occasional elk or bear has been known to visit the property. Lindbergh Lake has an active, well-organized homeowners association that has constantly maintained high standards over the last 40 years. There are covenants and restrictions that are enforced to protect and guard the value of your property. This property virtually has it all. And isn't that what you and your family truly deserve? And of course, with a property like this, values can appreciate dramatically every year. Chances are you will never make a finer investment. God just doesn't make magnificent lake property like this anymore. But of course, price appreciation is not the most important consideration. Here you are making an investment in something far more important. Here you will enjoy a way of life truly impossible to find anywhere else. This will be a summer and fall hideaway that you and your family will enjoy for a lifetime. Regardless of wherever else you travel or roam, this will be, like I have found in the last 40 years, the place you and your family will always have as your highest priority. It is certain this lake will become your favorite destination. Your family, children, and grandchildren will fall in love with your home on Lindbergh Lake, and most likely will never let you part with it.